Yeah, the Circus Baby Lion Princess in the background. My dad's playing some music, but I want to tell you one of the dreams I had like a year ago or two, and I still remember it. I don't know the meaning of it, but it was really creepy. It was like, I think it was like a year ago, so I don't know the meaning of it. I'm gonna tell you a few of my stories. The first one was, I was at the Children's Museum. I think it's in Bettendorf, I don't know. And where the coats were, instead it was like a mermaid room, and it was all underwater, except for this well. You'd like go into a bubble. There's like this tiny door you had to open, and the whole thing would just like come at you, and then you'd like fall into a well. But I just wanted to look at it, so remember, this is a dream, this didn't really happen. So I walked into it, and I was just like, what just happened? Because I remember me falling, and all that I saw was like these sparkles. But then I looked down, and I was screaming because I didn't know what to do. I just fell into this well when I was just gonna open it, and then I was gonna look down and see what was in it. Yeah, there's a pimple on my nose. I haven't popped it yet. Ignore the pimple. Anyways, so yeah, I was like at the well, and I was screaming, falling down it. There were all these sparkles, and then as I went down, I looked down, and I was screaming, because I sort of like, I was like this, but then I sort of like flipped and was going upside down, and my dress came off, of course, because I was wearing a dress. And so I was falling down, and all I could see was like these black blobs everywhere. It was just all pitch black, and then there were like monsters there. And as I fell down, this mermaid. Now, this is when I was like 7. This is like when I was 7. I'm 9, well, 10 right now. I don't know, it was a few years ago, and I still remember it because I've been thinking about it a lot, just like, what's the meaning to this dream? And as I was falling down, this mermaid like swims up like this. I'm like falling down, and she just like darts up really quick. And she like, I remember me looking up, and she's just like there at the top of the well, looking around with a very confused face, and then she starts fading out. And I'm just like still falling, and there's like this mirror at the end that I was just like, if I fall, I am going to die because there's a giant mirror under me. Either I'm going to die because I hit the ground too hard, because like everything was water, but there was this circle with all the air, and that's where I was falling from. And the mermaid like darts down, goes inside of the mirror somehow. I mean, like, the mirror does not open up or anything. She just goes inside of the mirror, and then she comes back up to me, and she says, I'll see you soon. And I literally hit the mirror, and I wake up. I don't know why. I just wake up, and then, I keep thinking about it, and she says, I'll see you soon, and I hit the mirror, and I wake up. So I guess I died or something. I don't know. But she went into the mirror. I mean, like, she did not die. She just went, Ving! Okay. Here's the mirror. Here's her. She just, like, goes through the mirror somehow. I don't know how. She goes through the mirror. And then it's, like, 3 a.m. that I wake up. Like, 3... I don't remember. I remember I checked what time it was. I forgot what time it was. It was, like, somewhere around 4. It was, like, 3:55. And so I get really tired, and I go back to sleep. This is like on a Saturday, and I go back to sleep. And then I'm in the same dream when I go back to sleep. And so I wake up, and I'm falling down the well again, but just with all the monsters, and they start like trying to grab me. If you watch Labyrinth, then like it's sort of like all of the hands, except for it's like giant gooey monsters, like Bendy and the Ink Machine. Like the goo monsters, those things, and they're like grabbing at me. And if you've seen Labyrinth, it's where they like sort of like grab you, and then they're like saying mumbled words. and then they like drop you, and then some more grabs you, and then they drop you, and then some more grabs you, and they drop you. If you've watched The Labyrinth before, and if you've played Bendy and the Ink Machine, that's what they looked like, those goo monsters. And so I was terrified. And they were like saying, I don't know, they were like saying welcome or something. They were like, welcome, and then they'd like drop me. And then some more would like say some jumbled words, and it sounded like sort of like, I don't know, like they were speaking Spanish or something, like blah, 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 blah. That's all I heard, basically. It's like they were saying some weird words to like a spell, like blah, 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 I don't know. And sometimes they'd say something that sounded sort of like welcome. And then they'd just drop me. And so then there's the mirror, and the mermaid, she darts up again, and she just like, I don't know if she was like trying to look for me or something, because she like darts straight up as soon as they drop me. The first time they dropped me, and she like darts up, and she just like, she said something, I don't know what she said, but she swam up and she said something, I don't know. It sounded sort of like got to what? You have to what? And then she like comes back down, goes in the mirror, and then goes back up and says, like, she says, see you soon. And then she goes into the mirror this time, but then I'm gonna make a part 2.